For 6 months, I only did side delt work for my shoulders in an attempt to blow up these side delts. Did it work? Let's find out. So it's really snowing like crazy out here, guys. It's lightning, crazy snowstorm. So if you hear snow blowers, if you see some lightning, maybe my power cut out. We'll see how this video goes. Here comes the snow, boo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the snow when I say it's all good. I know those aren't the lyrics, whatever. So besides that, why would I cut out all shoulder pressing movements and only do side delt exercises for 6 months? Why not is my question. My overhead press was decent. I could do my body weight for a single at 185 pounds. Unfortunately, undocumented, but my shoulders were looking solid done. But could I get boulder shoulders just by really hammering the side delt with lateral raises for weeks on end? Could I make myself wider by only focusing on growing these bad boys? This was a question I had during an experimentation phase I did last year, and the plan of attack was very simple. Progressive overload on the side delts with cables and dumbbells, with 9 to 12 weekly sets, and hit them hard to failure almost every set. I know these guys can take a beating, and then to supplement some front delt work, I mainly switched to incline bench pressing and incline dumbbell pressing during this period, which works the front delt and the upper pecs. So there was a middle ground where I wasn't shoulder pressing, but I still recruited the front delt with the incline pressing scheduled in the week. Now during this period, there were a couple main variations I focused on for the side delt. You know, the standard dumbbell raise. I also did the Y raise with the dumbbells, which I liked. I liked the lean away cable raise a lot. And then I also focused on the upright row as well, which was the only heavy movement I used throughout this program. Now, did it work? Maybe. It's hard to tell on my fluffy stage. Are results based on me being 10 pounds heavier or actually having wider shoulders? It's hard to tell at this point, and to be honest, usually the results don't come that quick within 6 months, with me being about 5 years in the lifting game now. But to be fair, I never smashed the side delts like this for a long period of time in my training, so this was a new stimulus for me. And getting as wide as the Grand Canyon takes time, so I shouldn't expect it to completely change. I'm really trying to be completely honest with myself if this worked or not. The problem is looking at pictures, you don't know how exactly pumped you are, which makes the shoulder look different. Also, the angle of the picture and how far you pull your shoulder blades back make the difference. I mean, look at this versus this. Completely different, and all I'm doing is changing my posture. Now, I could measure, but me being 10 pounds heavier doesn't really solve that problem because I am 10 pounds heavier, so I should be wider. So it'd really only be a true measurement when I lean back down. Despite this, I do notice when I take pictures, these shoulders are looking absolutely juicy. And I have noticed more shoulder vascularity even though I'm currently at a higher body fat percentage. So that is a decent sign saying I've definitely put on some muscle. According to my scale, I'm about 17-18% body fat now compared to when I was 15% earlier last year. So that 2 to 3% gain of body fat and to get more vascular definitely means something. I've never had shoulder vascularity before. Now it's not super defined, but is a point for only doing lateral raises. I remember when my first bicep vein came in, and I was like, where the hell did that come from? It was a similar experience with my shoulders. So it's a really good indication that some muscles did grow on my shoulder with lots of side delt work. And also the extra work from only incline pressing during this period as well. Now, is this how I would actually train shoulders? No, not really. I mean, you can have a lot of side delt volume, but I would still include a press for the shoulders and a real delt work. My poor real delts never get any love. But you might really only need to press once a week if you're doing benching and other incline pressing. And you might just need some minimal real delt work if you're rowing a lot, unless you really want to beef those boys up. They will need some isolation training. Now with like side delts, you can just superset these guys in between almost anything if you don't want to spend too much time on them, but want decent results. Lateral raises are an easy exercise to squeeze in any workout without adding too much extra time. I do think my volume was on point from 9 to 12 weekly sets for the side delts, and it's nice because I split my volume into 3 separate days, so the side delts rarely felt sore. But what are good shoulders without great arms? Check out this video here to get 16-inch pythons. Peace.